Hey there, how's it going? This is Scott Tuzin of MetabolicMasterpiece.com, and I'm back to share some more insights into the life of a lightweight natural bodybuilder. Now, I woke up this morning feeling pretty damn refreshed. I was in bed at 9:30 last night, up at 5:30 this morning. Started my day as I usually do, 3 cups of coffee, put some warm water, or some water back in that coffee mug, stick it in the microwave, warm it up for a little bit, then add 5 grams of creatine to that. I just like the warm water. It just helps the creatine dissolve a little bit faster. So I had that, and then I went to the gym. I had a training client, just a half-hour appointment, and I came back and had my breakfast, which is pretty normal for me. I find I'm not really hungry first thing in the morning. It's not like I'm fasting or skipping breakfast per se, but I just usually, after the morning coffee, it satisfies me just for a little bit, so I usually have my breakfast about an hour, hour and a half after I wake up. Typical breakfast for me is the 8 egg whites, 2 whole eggs, some spinach, some red peppers, cook that up in coconut oil. Sometimes I add cheddar cheese to it, some mushrooms. Sometimes I'll even throw a bit of tuna in there as well. That's a typical breakfast for me. So then I went to the gym, had another client. After I trained her, I had a half hour of focused calves and abs training. Now this is working out really great for me right now because I'm on a full body, 3-day-a-week workout program. It's phase 4 of the aesthetic muscle plan. And so these off days, in between days, I really like it because I can give my calves and my abs some extra focused attention, the attention that they really deserve. Because I find that calves and abs is usually something I say for the end of a workout, when I'm exhausted, not only physically, but mentally. So I don't quite have the strength, and I don't quite have the mental drive to really push as hard as I want to or need to when training my abs and calves, which could be a reason why they've struggled over the years. But bottom line, I mean, I've got crappy friggin' genetics when it came to my calves, the initial size. And you may look at my calves right now and say, Scott, they're still friggin' skinny. It's a lagging body part for me that I'm bringing up. I'm busting my butt on it. And if you see pictures of me even just from a few years ago, you'll see that my calves were no bigger than this spoon right here. So even though they're still pretty small, man, they've come a hell of a long way, and they continue to grow. So today's calf training was focused on some heavy lifting. So I did standing calf raises, some seated calf raises, and I went to the leg press machine and I did 1 foot at a time, foot presses, calf presses. Either way, I find that single foot movement, I can really get a great mind-muscle connection with my calves, really focus on contracting them. I've been finding a lot lately, like the seated calf raises, looking in the mirror, I can really see the calves contracting much more. Technique and form with calf training, I find, is everything. It's probably the most important thing that you need to get them to grow. I mean, I'm training them a lot more frequently right now. I'm training them 5 days a week, hitting them pretty hard. I'm going to be doing that for about 2 months, and then I'll ease off a little bit and then go at them hard again. But more important than the training techniques and the frequency and all those things is your form. It's so easy to use a lot of other supporting muscles to lift that weight up and down, but to really focus on that contraction, really squeezing the calf muscles, I mean, it takes some good mind-muscle connection there. And I found I developed that mind-muscle connection a lot better by doing some more of that single foot pressing movements on the leg press. So that's been a big help for me. Abs, I use TRX, really great. Really felt the transverse abdominals and the lower abdominals. A lot of emphasis with a lot of the movements that I did today using the TRX. So I just did that. I'm back for another meal, my second meal of the day, and look at this yummy, delicious bowl of mush. So I got about 2/3 cup oatmeal in there, half a cup of blueberries, and some protein powder. I am not particular when it comes to protein powder. Post-workout, different story. Meal replacement, full strength, my #1 choice, hands down. Absolutely love that. But protein powder, for the most part, I'm looking for the deals out there, whatever's on sale. Give me the best value for the dollar. A lot of times the Kaizen brand at Costco is the best value for me. But I look for things that are on sale. I love Blue Star, Nutraceuticals. Oops, battery just died. So yes, not particular with protein powder. So I'm going to have this right now, and then in a little bit I'm going to take my dog for a walk. That's going to be my cardio for the day. Not really working up much of a sweat, but my legs are feeling a little fatigued from yesterday's workout, which included some deadlifts and some leg presses. So I've really learned to listen to my body. That's been the key to me. So right now when it comes to cardio, even though my goal at the moment is fat loss, I don't want to be overly aggressive with it. I don't want to create a huge monstrous deficit at this time. I want to maintain some muscle mass and maybe even try to build a little muscle if possible during this time. So I am trying to get away with as little cardio as I can, and basically I'm going to be listening to my body. If you followed me yesterday, you'll see that my strength wasn't quite there while I was deadlifting. Still got the weight up, but not quite the same number of reps as I did the previous week, and typically I like to try to make improvements from week to week. One of the reasons why I didn't have that strength was because I'm in a deficit. So you're definitely going to notice some strength dips when you're not eating as much and when you're in a deficit compared to in a slight surplus. The other reason I may not have had my strength there yesterday was because I did 40 minutes of cardio the day before. I did 10 minutes of intervals on the bike, some sprint work, 15 seconds fast, 45 slow, then I did 20 minutes on the step mill, then back on the bike for 10 more minutes of intervals, 30 fast, 30 slow. That took a lot out of my legs, so my legs were feeling pretty fatigued already the next day for that leg workout. So lesson learned there. I'm not going to be doing that again this week. And I'm not, like this morning I was thinking, okay, it's my day off of weight training, maybe I'll do some intervals. Like my goal right now is really to, in addition to walking my dog pretty much daily, get 2 to 3 sprint sessions in. And most of the time that's going to be on the stationary bike. So 10 to 15 minutes of sprint work there. But the weather is getting, it's starting to warm up here. So as soon as the ground is a little bit muddy right now, a little bit soggy, but I would love to get out and do some hill sprints pretty soon, or get out to the track and do some running sprints out there. But really, the stationary bike is one of my favorite ways to get in some interval training. So listen to your body. That's the key. Get away with as little cardio as you possibly can. At my age, I'm 38, going to be 39 this year. I find I do need a bit of cardio to really kind of accelerate fat loss. If I don't do any form of cardio at all, it becomes a long, tedious process. So I'll be heading out soon to walk my dog after I have this. And for dinner, we got the crock pot here. I got some chicken going, and it doesn't get any easier than this. Crock pot, slow cooker, whatever the heck you want to call it. I took that out of the freezer. It's frozen. Plop it in there. 2 minutes to cut up the potatoes. Put them in there. Boom, done. Easy. Easy peasy. So when you look at my whole day of eating so far, this is 3 meals between the eggs, which only maybe took 2-3 minutes to cook up. Oatmeal, effortless. That, 2 minutes for my dinner. I mean, it hardly takes any time to eat healthy. So time should not be an excuse when it comes to preparing good, healthy meals, and I'll probably even have a little bit left over for tomorrow from that. So there is a bit of insight from my day today. Hope you enjoy that. See you next time. Take care. Okay, so winding down my day here, and the only other thing I ate other than what I showed in the videos was some Greek yogurt with a scoop of protein powder and some blueberries. So right now I'm just chilling, winding down. Got Shane and Chief. Hey Chief, what you doing, buddy? We're just sitting here getting ready to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I'll catch you tomorrow. Okay, so I lied. I ended up going just before bedtime here. I had a pepperoni stick, 100 calories, a hard-boiled egg, 70 calories, and a couple little nacho chips. So not very much, but it adds up another 300 calories maybe. Yeah, just felt like I needed a little extra food before bed. Didn't go nuts on it, but satisfied me. A lot of protein in there, so feeling pretty good. Ready for tomorrow.